Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and we've got a special one today. We've got more than a special one, haven't we? We have ourselves a double feature here today. We have a pair of F-15 Eagles here belonging to the United States Air Force's 48th Fighter Wing. Now, in 2019, on the 75th anniversary of D-Day, the 48th Fighter Wing would mark this occasion by painting 3 aircraft in liveries honouring the markings of previously flown P-47 aircraft that were used during World War II. Now, Hobbymaster have previously released one of these a long time ago. It's quite expensive to get now, but they have these 2 that I've just recently purchased. So these are the final 2 of those 3 specially marked aircraft that were designed. Now, we have an F-15C here from the 493rd Fighter Squadron, and we have the F-15E here from the 494th Fighter Squadron. So we'll quickly have a squeeze. There's the usual sort of standard issue with the standard things in the flap, and this one opens this way. And as I said, there is the original first one that was released by Hobbymaster quite a while ago. I think the product number for the first one that matches in with these 2 is HA4518 if you want to hunt for the, one of those to make the set of 3. So what we'll do is we'll concentrate on the one from the 493rd, and we'll move the 494th out of the way and get our hands on this one. So what we'll do is we'll quickly whack this out of the box and come right back. Alright, with the Eagle out of the box, it does come with a set of instructions. These are single-sided. If you don't have any instructions, you do now. Just whack it on pause, throw that out of the way. It does come with the normal stand as well, which is pretty cool. And it also does come with another baggie that does have some missiles, some landing gear options, a tank, and those little stickers if you want to affix the missiles to the aircraft, if you feel like it. Now, this had some tie-downs, which I've undone because it's got these little pieces here. Let's get this out. As I said, this is brand new, so hopefully we will be able to pull this off without too much drama. Ooh, that was lucky. Now you can see these little bits and pieces in here, which are a bit of a pain in the bum, but does have a canopy that does come off. But it does have the usual deal. So it does have a pilot figure and landing gear options, the usual type of stuff that these F-15s from Hobbymaster have, and it does have another baggie in there that does have some more tanks that we need to put on. And this beautiful F-15, let's see if we can actually get it out to have a bit of a look at it. All right. Released. Let's move this out of the way and have a real good look at this before we start putting some bits on it. Now, there was 3 colours, I think, so they came in the red, the yellow, and obviously the blue here, the 3 liveries that they were painted in, and they all have different sort of markings on the front here. As you can see, we'll close up. We'll zoom in and have a little look at there. That looks pretty cool. It does have some really nice details. So it does have the D-Day stripes on there. That looks fantastic. There's a ton of detail for sure. We'll take this back off again. Man, check out all the gauge detail. Wow. Pretty insane, isn't it? So it is the usual high quality that Hobbymaster do present with these F-15s. Man, it looks awesome. You will definitely be very happy if you like your F-15s. We'll turn it over and have a little look underneath, see the details underneath here. That looks fantastic. We'll zoom it back out for a little bit. But I reckon overall, this is going to be another great one to set up. So what we'll do is we'll do that. We'll quickly we'll chuck some in-flight options on this and come right back. All right, with this F-15C set up for in-flight, very nice and very easy. It is quite straightforward. You just put the landing gear options in there as per usual. And we'll zoom in a fraction. You can put the central tank in, and then you put your ordnance under each wing as well, a tank and a Sparrow and Sidewinder combination pylon, and that is set up very nicely. The nose wheel covers don't seem to like to go in, which is a little bit annoying, I suppose, but overall, it does present very nicely and sets up very easily. You leave that open because that's where we're going to be putting our stand. And this is your pretty cool looking F-15C in flight, and it does look damn cool. So hopefully you do agree. I reckon it does set up very nicely, very easily. And of course, as we said, you do want to put it on stand because it is in flight, isn't it? So a very straightforward process. You just get your three-piece stand and stick it in your stand hole. It does have the allocation for the tank in these ones, which is really nice, so you don't lose any of your ordnance. And this is your sweet-looking F-15 set up for in-flight. And I reckon this does look sweet, of course. And what we'll do now is we'll quickly check out the F-15E in flight and see how good that one does look. All right, we'll be back in just a second. All right, here we have the F-15E. It does have the same stand. It does have a little baggie. It does have a few little extra options that you can chuck on this one. It did have the little wires in here that you had to undo, and we'll just get that lid off and check out that. It does have a baggie with the same tank ordnance and Sidewinder Sparrow sort of combination that the first one did have. I'm not sure if we'll be using those. We'll see when we get this out of the box. The usual complement of landing gear and canopy and all the different options you get for the accessories on this model. Now let us get this F-15E out. We need some poppage. I'm always worried with some of these. They can take a little bit of an effort to get out. Oh, there we go. Alrighty. We'll move that packet out of the way and check out this two-seater variant of the F-15, and it looks just as good as the first one. So pretty much, depending on what squadron you like, or even if it comes down to colours, if you like blue, yellow or red, will be which one you'll be after. And that is the front. We'll zoom in a fraction for the front there so you can see those details there. As you can see, it's got some little different information compared to the first one. It's got the nice squadron marking there and those beautiful D-Day markings. Yep, it is very nice. Like from a distance, it will look identical pretty much to the first one, but of course this is the two-seater, not a single-seater. But overall, I think this does present very nicely, the same as the other one. And you also notice on the gun ports on each aircraft, it'll be painted its respected colour, so yellow on this one and blue on the previous one and red on that first one. It does look very cool. I do like it. Let us open the canopy and have a little look inside here, and that does have the same awesome detail. Very nice. We'll put that canopy back on. Beautiful. We'll zoom out a fraction and have a little look underneath. And it's the same sort of deal underneath. Very nice. Very clean looking. Yeah, got to leave that hole open for when we put it in flight, which we will do right now. All right, we'll come back in a moment with this setup for in-flight. All right, here we have the F-15E setup for in-flight. Very straightforward. A little bit more hassle than the first one, I suppose. Well, not really hassle, just more bits and pieces. So you got all these small little pylons that you got to add, and then there's these big pylon sections here on either side. You got three little pylons and that big long one there. You put your gear bay doors in there like usual. The nose ones don't really like to sit in their spots very nice. I have been pushing really goddamn hard to get that to click into place, but I figure you could probably force it in enough to get it to click into place, but I want to show these gear down as well in a moment, so I won't get too carried away. But this does look fantastic. You put your little pods on, you do chuck your fuel tank on there, of course, and of course your other external fuel tanks and the Sparrow and Sidewinder pylons that go underneath the wings. Very straightforward. With this one, you do actually get a, if you don't want to have the tank, you do get an empty pylon here. If you don't want to have that center tank with anything on there, you just have the center pylon that you can just whack on there, of course. And this is your beautiful F-15E set up for in-flight. And boy, it does look pretty cool. Very nice indeed. And I reckon it does set up beautifully. And of course, you know, it comes down to what colours you like too. If you don't care about the aircraft or the units where they're from, you do get the choice out of a yellow, the blue and the red, which is the early one. But I reckon these do look very nice and do present well. And of course, if you want to chuck on the stand, there's your stand hole. there's your stand, 3-piece stand. You just whack that in your stand hole like so, and then that is your F-15E set up on that stand in flight. Looks good. Looks very tight. We'll zoom out a fraction. But I reckon this does absolutely look insane. I love it. I like the D-Day livery. That looks fantastic. The whole thing looks very nice. What I'm not the hugest fan of is those stands. As you can see, they do wobble a fair bit when you do move where they are. So I'm not a massive fan of these stands. But, well, I am a gear down type of guy anyway. So I reckon this does look pretty cool. So this is this fine F-15E set up for in-flight. We'll move that out of the way. We will bring over the first one, and that is both your beautiful F-15s set up in flight, and they do look fantastic. Yeah, not much else to say. And look, if you manage to get the first one, you'll have that nice little 3-set you could present in your cabinet or wherever you do display your models. But what I do like to see, though, is the models on their gear. So what we'll do is we'll check them out gear down and then wind up this video that's obviously going to be a little bit longer than normal. I'll be back in a moment. Alrighty, here we have one of the F-15s set up for gear down. I figure I'll just do the one. I'll show you the one because they are both identical to set up. Now, this is the F-15E, so you just put your main landing gear in, the gear bay doors, all the usual things, and that little front nose wheel module, that drops straight in. And on this one, you get the option for that empty pylon to put in the center, which I've put in there. And of course, you put your little plug there because you're no longer using the stand hole. And this is your sweet F-15 setup, gear down, ready to hit the deck. And I put the open canopy on. Does look awesome. And I put the open air brake on, which is pretty good as well. It's got some nice little detail in there. And that does set up very nicely. As you can see, the details in there are just insane. Yep. Very nice with these Hobby Master ones. Yep, very cool. And that is your beautiful beast setup for gear down, and it does look absolutely fantastic. Hopefully you do like this one. We will bring in the F-15C for your viewing pleasure. We'll keep this one in flight so you can see the two models together, one on the deck and one in flight, and these both look fantastic, and I'll try not to knock that one off. Whether you want 1, 2, or 3, they are definitely worth grabbing, especially these D-Day deliveries are fantastic. They look really cool, and the little homages they have to the World War II aircraft and the units on the noses, like all the aircraft, does look fantastic. So what I'll do is I'll take a few photos of both these aircraft, of course, and throw them at the end for you to check out some detailed pictures if you're into checking that out. I hope you enjoyed our double feature, and these are, as I said, fairly new. They should hopefully still be readily available at the filming of this video, of course. So if you do like what you see, you should hopefully be able to track these down and grab one or the other at a reasonable price, of course. All right, guys, don't forget, if you do like the video, throw me some of those in my direction. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you watch the videos and have yet to do that. I'll finish up by saying thank you so much for spending your probably a lot of your time today watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the content of the video today. All right, well, that's me done for this video, so time to wrap up. Thank you so much for watching, and you all have an awesome rest of your day. Cheers, everyone.